What's going on, everybody? Welcome inside a Monday edition of the Tall Can Audio Podcast, coming to you, as always, from the TCA studio in beautiful Bytown, Canada. Matt over here, Rob over there. What's going on, man?
I am fresh off of a pedicure.
Oh, God.
Hey, loved it, and I would recommend it.
Fucking heel shavings.
Yeah, man, all of it.
You know what? I am happy you've done that. As a guy who does spend most of the summer coming into my place barefoot.
Yeah. Heel flakes all over the place.
Oh, fuck. Okay, no.
Heel dandruff?
No.
And what are we going with?
We're going with a new topic already.
We're going over to the next person.
This is it. Somebody making his TCA debut, but a guy I've known for a long time. And look, my buddy Miller here. What's happening?
Good. How are you guys? Long-time listener? First-time caster?
Yeah.
First-time caller. Yeah.
There you go.
But, you're in town for work this week. We'll touch on that in just a second. But, we were sort of looking for a time to get together and have a couple beers and talk stupid. And Sunday afternoon is when I normally do that. Like, there is a template here for when to drink beer and talk stupid. So glad you're here, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You are making your debut. Why don't you lead us off with what beer you're riding with?
Sure. This is the Sunsplit IPA.
Oh,
Dominion
God.
City.
Yes,
Coming
guy.
at 6.5. Good choice.
Great
That is an
choice.
excellent choice.
That is the beer in Ottawa for a lot of people. The summertime IPA. Yeah.
Give it a crack.
Yeah, of course, man.
It's in my top 2 or 3
There you go.
in Ottawa.
Sips. Here we go.
Yeah.
Easily.
What are you having?
I'm going with something a little further out of town.
Sorry to interrupt, but that is delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait
If
to
you
get
like
that
a
in,
sort
yeah.
of juicy New England style IPA, then you will love that.
Yep. And they're not afraid to charge you for it.
No, they're not. And actually, I was telling you, I stripped all the flooring out, and the brother-in-law was over with the trailer, and we moved it all out yesterday. Shout out, Mike. Thanks. It was breakfast and an 8-pack of Sunsplit. that was the payment. So it was all the flooring gone.
There you go.
But he enjoys and he says it all the time. He's like, I love the Sunsplit, but it's a little dear.
It is. For sure it is.
So I'm drinking from Fairweather out of Hamilton. This is their Grace Pale Ale with Earl Grey tea.
I have had an Earl Grey something or other.
So this is coming in at 5.6. So yeah, I'm looking for a nice even background, but I want some of that tea. I better get some of that.
Sophisticated.
Yeah.
Pedicures, man. I'm telling you, pedicures, and next thing you know, who knows?
Yeah. I when I think of Earl Grey tea, I think of Jean-Luc Picard. And you
Engage, Matt.
You are no Jean-Luc Picard.
Okay, this is a little sweet off the hop. I don't know what that is.
Oh, we've talked about it before. Sometimes the first pull not always indicative of.
Yeah, but it has like honestly, it's got like a finish of like an orange creamsicle, like that kind of sweetness,
Yeah.
that sort of fake orange creamy.
Nothing in the title that you read that would
Grace,
suggest
yes.
to me that's what I would be looking for.
It's just a
Sure
pale
it's
ale.
not orange pico.
Oh, look at this guy. He knows his tea.
Yeah. No.
When we fire up T-Can audio, we'll know where to lean.
Yeah. Only in Canada, eh?
Eh?
Pity.
So this one comes from the Burdock Brewery down in Toronto. The Ducks IPA.
West Coast IPA?
Yeah.
I've had that.
Okay. This is the first time I've tried it, coming in at 6.3%.
Oh, it'll get you.
So, cool. Get you where you need to go. Anyway.
Right where you need to go.
We are on social media. Give us a follow there at Tall Can Audio. Subscribe to the pod wherever you're hearing us right now. Miller, you're in town. I don't know that I told anybody your name when we first introduced you. Maybe I did.
Miller,
but, yeah. The only guy I've ever seen back in the day when everyone was on Xbox Live. I know maybe the cool kids still are. I don't know if Xbox is still around.
Yes, it is.
But you were, you managed to get your older brother bumped. His Xbox account was Miller Lite. And you are the little brother. Like, by all rights, you should have been Miller Lite. But
Agreed.
I rest my case. Anyway, you were here in the nation's capital for race weekend, man. What were you doing
I
there?
was checking out the marathon. I work for Rogers, so I was down here covering the marathon with Rogers Ottawa. I'm from Oshawa, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
All the cool kids are.
It's nice to get out here once in a while.
All
So
the kids are.
yeah, it's hosted by Rash Madani, if you guys know the name. So
100%.
Pretty cool to work with a
A
real
veteran
pro.
of this show.
Oh, yeah. Friend of the show.
Just brief. Well, he's never been back, so I'm not sure he would consider us friends, but we will use his name to further ourselves.
And you know what? A frequent throw. My second half beer has been given to me by LSG.
Yeah.
LSG could be a slightly altered clone of Arash Madani.
Okay, like Funhouse Mirror Arash Madani kind of.
Sort of just of a yeah.
Okay.
Less sunlight.
Now, Rob was saying, I hadn't heard this, that this was the first sellout, I guess, for Raceway. But it's a big deal here all the time. Downtown was jammed. You were saying 40,000?
40,000 is a sellout.
Participants?
I believe it's the first sellout since 2017.
Yeah, I believe that.
Now, again, I think I heard the mayor on Friday. The mayor was talking about, the years in between have been 30, like it's always a bumping weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mayor ran it.
He ran it, and he started in the dark.
Yeah, he started really early to kind of.
Didn't want to be
he's
seen.
got a full day ahead of him.
Right.
But,
No, you know what it is? And it was super interesting because it's a huge deal everywhere, but it's a huge initiative of his to sort of end youth homelessness.
Yes.
Okay.
So he wanted to start running in the dark overnight to be on the empty streets of Ottawa like
Okay.
homeless youth.
That's good politicking.
It's an election year, man. November is the mayoral election. I was thinking about throwing my hat in.
You can't compete with that.
You don't know what I can. You don't know what I can compete. You've been in here for 10 minutes. You don't know what I can compete with.
I didn't see you at the marathon.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I can.
Okay.
What I got.
Let's not get. We're 3 sips into the first beers. Let's not be showing each other who's competing with what here quite yet. Follow us on Instagram at Talking Audio. So you were in the Rogers studio here filming this thing.
Yes.
The weather hold. The people look enthusiastic. How did it come across for you?
I think they enjoyed the light mist this morning, but
Sure.
it was a real tight race with the Canadian women.
Okay.
There, so that was interesting to watch.
Yeah.
The lead women in the race actually threw up, dropped back, probably a good
That's what Rob
2
can
minutes,
compete with.
but she pulled through at the end there, so
Okay.
that was nice to see.
Yeah. It's always a big weekend. Like, you couldn't get close to downtown for a lot of it. Like, hotels booked, patios full, especially on Saturday afternoon or evening there, restaurants full. Like, it's always a monster here in town. So
Absolutely.
glad to see that go off properly. Why don't we kick things off here? I got a bunch of different stuff I want to pick your brains on here. But why don't we start with where we stand on Sunday afternoon as we chat in the Montreal-Carolina series. Knotted up at 1. This is the very first home game in the conference finals that the Carolina Hurricanes have won since winning the Cup in the conference finals or beyond, since winning the Cup in 2006. They had been 1-17 just in general in conference finals, which is a number that is almost beyond
staggering.
belief. Right. Like, how do you get to a conference? You're good enough to be in a conference finals 4 different times and can't win a goddamn game. I'm sort of curious where you guys stand. Rob, start with you. Like, what have you made of the first 2 games? I know a lot of people were crowning Montreal as you quoted there in the green room, having solved the Carolina Hurricanes. It looks less like that after 2 games, but what did you think so far?
Crown their asses, if that's how you think it is.
They are who we thought they were.
Exactly. The Canes are. To me, it is. I was super interested to see how that game 1 was going to look, right? Like, you did have that 12-day layoff. Mm-hmm. And Montreal coming off just 3 days in between, lots of games. I was not surprised that Montreal won the game. I was a bit surprised at how
handily
and just how Carolina looked, right? Like, they looked bad.
Yep.
And so, despite scoring 33 seconds into the game, and there was a pile of talk of the Montreal defense has figured this out, right? They can outlet the pass, they can avoid the forecheck like nobody else has been able to.
Well, I do think there's some validity to that, the type of defense Montreal has. Now, you're going to have to do it for a lot longer, obviously, than 1 game. But the type of guys that, like, I don't think it's quite as definitive as a lot of people were making it out. Like Ottawa had Sanderson and Shabbat who can make a decent breakout pass, but really with how injured
Shabbat
they
with
were,
a broken arm, and Sanderson missing the end of the series.
Right, and so we didn't see a ton of it. Right, Philly really doesn't have that kind of defense. Montreal, if they're going to hang in this series, that is one way that they can do it. But yeah, I think to just say, yep, definitively after one game, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, it was a bit rich.
And we'll actually, you know what? We'll let Miller weigh in on this. He seems to be a bit of a Habs lover.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, for some reason, this Habs team doesn't piss me off. I just kind of like the makeup of it, and big fan of Suzuki. And
well, it's one thing to say I think they're a good team. It's another to say I can get behind them or they don't piss me off. They're always going to piss me off. You grew up like me as a Leaf fan.
Yeah, but they seem
to be Jesus. We're already irrelevant.
Oh, what's happening here?
Thanks for coming by, man. It was good to have you in studio.
I love myself.
Wait, is that your wife?
Yeah.
Your ride is here.
Suddenly. Look, I do wonder a little bit about that game one because it was very much the culmination of a lot of different stories, right? The rest versus rust. No team that has ever had 9 days off or more has ever won the first game of the next series. Like, there's all kinds of stats like that. And so I think a lot of people expected Montreal could easily take game one, but there was also playoff or conference final Freddie. There was conference final Carolina Hurricane. There was a lot of things that if you wanted to buy into all those stories, game one gave you every reason to kind of have that confirmation bias that, yep, this is how it always goes. And in game two, they pushed back, which they were always going to. They're a good team.
And we talked about this. We talked about the idea that if Montreal was gonna make this a series, that it was mandatory that they jump on Carolina in that game one, right? And so when it happened,
I don't want to take anything away from them. Like just because we're all going, you were supposed to have that one, they got it.
Right,
full credit for that.
And we all knew. Well, we suspected that would be what would have to happen, and if it didn't happen, if Montreal came out flat, that was not going to bode well for them, right?
No, it would have been a short series.
But then at the end of it, I'm like, fuck you. All these people with their, I knew the Habs could do it. I knew it. That's kind of the narrative that really irks me more than the result, probably.
Well, and apparently Miller's not willing to join us here, but as a Leafs guy and a Sens guy who just hates the Habs on principle, I'm sort of tired of hearing about how great the crowds are. And it's not because they're not.
I think they are great, though.
They are.
It's a loud building.
We're not doing this.
But I do love the crowd, man. And I told you, it's got to be worth a half a goal a game.
To be...
I agree. Sorry.
All right, well, the two of you can... Look, we did see them in Game 5 a week ago Saturday, when they were getting spanked, or was it Game 6 in Montreal? And they're all leaving early.
And they booed like a Leaf crowd booing the Leafs. It was awesome.
And so, you can poke holes in this. It is a great crowd. It is a loud building. But Buffalo was a loud building and a great crowd. Edmonton has a loud building and great crowds.
But see, all buildings are loud in the playoffs.
Almost all.
Except for Toronto. Yeah. Toronto's not so loud.
It's louder.
Yeah, it is louder.
But it is not loud.
But the thing is, the Montreal crowd is playoff loud in January. They are the exception to the rule. So I am always going to give a nod to the Montreal crowd. Now, I did think booing them in Game 6, you're in fucking Game 6 of the second round. Yeah. Like, what are you booing
Who
for?
thought you were going to be here at the beginning of the year?
It seemed a little premature to boo, but whatever.
Well, and we can come back to the Colorado series in a second, but there was some leaked prices here as we start to look ahead and teams start to put out, here's what it's going to cost you as a season ticket holder should we get to the next round, right? Do you want to take a stab at the numbers that were released over the weekend for the worst seat in the house in Montreal for Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, should they get there?
$365.
$475.
$4,000.
What? That's ridiculous.
Screw the Habs.
Screw the Habs. For sure.
He's off the bandwagon. Now, I'm sure part of that is inflated by the secondary
market.
All of it. The lower bowl, $16,000
What are we doing?
for Game 3.
What are we doing here?
Well, it's a great crowd. They'll happily pay it. They'll be loud. They'll be thrilled about
Am I
it.
going to the moon? Like, what do we like? Do
Better go to overtime.
I think you may be.
Are there hand jobs
I
involved
think you
in
may
this?
be undershooting how much it costs to go to the moon.
Yes. I'm going to get right in there with Michael Strahan and Katy Perry.
This is one of those. Wow.
They're going to subsidize.
Justin Trudeau's going to be unhappy that somebody's moving
Sorry,
in on his
there,
woman.
There was a comma between the hand job. it's not a straight. It's a
It's quite a
linear conversation.
seriously. I'm curious. I'm sure all of us have had this conversation before around a pub table over too many beers. If my team was in a championship game, Game 7, what would I be willing to pay for that once in a lifetime opportunity? Forget 16 grand. Are you prepared to get to 4 grand to go and see your team in Game 7 at home of a Stanley Cup final?
You know what? Yeah, I think I would try to make that work.
Yeah.
That's probably something I'm going to...
Sorry, son, you're now going to Durham College instead of a nice school, but...
Yeah. But like you said, once in a lifetime, probably not going to happen again.
Would you go higher? Could you get to 5?
No.
Could you get to 10? Like, could you...
No.
See, and you know what the thing is? I'm kind of getting, the older I get, it's like I'm going in the opposite direction.
My lazy boy is so comfortable.
Well, game 7, I'm like,
I don't want other people
I don't
around.
want, exactly. I just feel like, and as somebody who paid for a World Junior package
Right.
2 years ago, and Team Canada shit the bed, and you're like, I've put all this money into it. And I think sometimes that's where the booing comes from.
Yes.
Is not just the result, but I've paid $4,000 to be here and
In the
sit
nosebleeds.
in the nosebleeds.
And we're getting crushed 6-1.
I'm booing you. I'm booing me. I'm booing everybody. Like, I am pissed.
I'm booing the fact I got to work an extra 3 months or whatever.
Man.
Yeah. I don't know that I could... Because I think I'm more with Rob where I'm sort of like, I don't know how bad I want to go. Like, I want to... It was interesting, Miller, for you and I growing up in Oshawa, like, had the Leafs ever been any good, it was a go train ride away to go be part of the party.
Yep.
Like, if you wanted to go down after the game, you were going to be an hour and a bit late,
we could wait
whatever
till
else.
the parade. That's free.
I guess that seems really fun. Watching the Raptors parade that took like 6 hours in the 40-degree.
And people got shot. So let's not forget that part.
Yeah, people get shot at the Eaton Center all the time. So
All right.
it's not
okay.
a big deal.
Carry on. But people died, man.
So, did they in this one?
No,
I
it's a throwback. It's a throwback to an early show.
I don't know. Like, I just watched my team in the World Series go to a Game 7, and it never even occurred to me to even just open Ticketmaster and just see, right? Like, and one of the things that I discovered, I think, through last year was that I think I might be more knowledgeable about the Leafs or about hockey, but I think I might love the Jays more. And I didn't even look. I didn't even investigate what it might... I knew it was going to be...
Is it just the idea that it's unattainable to even get a ticket?
This might be it. Like, I just knew, don't even bother. Like, you're not going to spend it. You're not going to have
so much scar
it.
tissue with the Leafs, too, I
There's
think.
probably a bunch of that. But, like, to not... It's sort of interesting to sit there and go, the opportunity was right there in front of me, a home Game 7, and I didn't even look. Like, I didn't even try. I didn't even...
All right, well, what part does the media, be it social or mainstream, play in that for you? Because they're already beating the drum. Tickets are fucking expensive, right? And you're like, pfft. And you know it's only getting worse.
Sure.
So have you already been defeated before you ever picked up the phone?
Right. Could be. But there is, like I said, also an element to what you were saying about, I kind of like to be around friends or family, or be left alone completely, or have my own beers and pisser and my comfortable lazy boy all right here. Like, I think that is an argument for most sporting events now. It's getting pretty good to watch it at home, but there has to be something about being in that crowd. I was there when Bo Bichette hit that home run and Jeff Hoffman didn't piss it away. Like, in an alternate universe. And
I'd
I've been
read
to
that
one
book.
Leaf playoff game.
what's that?
I've been to one Leaf playoff game.
Okay.
It was a series when Bozak was still on the team. They played Washington.
That narrows it way down.
That's got to be
does,
2016.
Yeah, for sure it
man,
does. No,
sounds like-
I meant it. It does narrow it way down.
And I got the tickets for free. I was doing a sponsorship for Armstrong's funeral in Oshawa. The owner had season tickets. We were kind of chirping back and forth, and he said, if the Leafs make the playoffs, you get to go to a game.
Because I've seen enough people die.
We all laughed about it at the time, but miraculously.
So that was
they,
the 2013 or against Boston or 2017 against Washington? Yeah.
Washington,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was an overtime win because I remember just losing
You saw
my
a Leaf
mind.
playoff win?
Yeah, losing my mind when they scored.
Yeah.
And it kind of just blacked out.
But see, those are the best.
Sure.
Exactly. And that kind of
And that's the problem with
again. Right?
Yeah, and that's the problem with Rob's World Junior comparison is you have to buy it ahead of time. Like I'm telling you, they've made the championship game. There's no risk to buying a package and having a bad team. No, this team is in the championship.
Right.
What's your number? Like for the Sens?
But see, just a second, because off of what Miller just said,
Yeah.
Rob's World Junior comparison is Rob was at the Eberle game.
Right.
I saw that goal.
Shootout.
Sure.
And-
No, Tavares.
Yeah,
or whatever.
that was Tavares in the shootout, but the Eberle
It was the
game
same
tying
game.
goal, same
Yes.
game, yes.
Yeah.
And that was a blackout moment.
Right.
And you hope in 2023, whenever that was 2 years ago when we were here,
Yeah.
you're paying for the package to get that Eberle moment again, or in your case, that Bozak moment.
But you don't know that.
No, I know.
Yeah, you don't know what kind of team it's going to be. I'm allowing you to fast forward through the quarters, the semis.
Yeah.
It's now finals, and World Juniors is a different
And I think-
animal.
yeah.
But for the Sens,
I think for a Sens game, I'm actually more interested in paying for a game 1 or 3 at home, than I am for a game 7.
Interesting.
that's just I've seen them play in a Stanley Cup final, but when it really matters, I need to be in a safe place.
Yeah, in the early series, there still is optimism, there still is opportunity, there still is all these things, and nothing is lost. And do I want to see complete strangers see me cry in public? Maybe not, right? I can cry and weep in my own basement.
Sure.
And again, this Olympics, the gold medal game, watching it with, I don't know, probably 12 family members. We're all in a group and we're watching. It sucks when they lose and you have people who don't watch hockey all the time, who are weighing in and telling you what should happen and what will.
Yes.
And you're just like, I don't want to be there for that, right? You know, it's
Take me home.
Add a commute onto that? Yeah, you don't want that.
No, this is it. Now I got to sulk my way home to I'm not even. Then I got to come in
cursing
here.
go
those
train
people.
fight.
Yeah, no, this is it. That is the added wrinkle for us 905ers, right? There's a go train you're going to have to compete with or survive first. But yeah, it's interesting. I think my number has gone down and down and down over the years. Like I'm sure when I used to have this conversation and again, maybe Rob is correct that I'm not paying $50 to go to a Leafs playoff game 7 to watch them just vomit all over themselves and whatever else. But if you could erase all that, I still think at some point I was probably in the $5,000 range, and that would have sounded crazy at the time. And now it's almost like that's just what Taylor Swift tickets cost, or that's just what Super Bowl or World Series. Like it's gotten so dumb that I almost don't even want to engage. I'm probably down to $1,000. Like Game 7, the Leafs are in a Stanley Cup final. I know. Let's stretch reality here.
What's happening?
Again, we're allowing ourselves to fast forward through a lot of things.
Where's the Doctor
I'm a
Who
millionaire.
phone booth? Whatever we
it.
got into here.
It's probably not more than $1,000, but I would love to be somewhere afterwards. Like I don't really care that I'm in the arena. I would love to be on Yonge Street.
Yeah, so
if
you would
it
go
were
down
to
to the
go
parade
well.
no matter what then? Or?
I would go to the parade no matter what. 100%. We've been talking about the parade for so long.
Oh, yeah, so many roads. man.
100%.
So parade, not even parade. What about just a Game 7 win and a post game out?
This is what I mean. Like
Well, it's not
watching
Montreal.
what
We're
happened.
talking about Toronto's too.
Watching
No.
the way Toronto reacted to the Raptors in 2019 looked like so much fun, right? Like,
More joy than anything else.
yes. And like that's the thing I think I would value more than being at the game. Certainly the game would have value to be able to be one of the, in the moment, 20,000 people who said they were there, and 10 years later, 300,000 people who all claimed they were there. But to actually, now I could take a selfie and prove it, right? Like there's ways around. I think that would be cool. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think as I age out, I value the after party and the parade and that more than I probably would being in the building. But
that makes sense.
We should talk for a second about Colorado and Vegas. And by the time the good listener hears this, Game 3 will be over. But as we sit here, it's 2-0 Vegas. I don't know that I saw that coming. I don't know how many people saw that coming. There are only... the last two President's Trophy winners who went down 0-2 in a conference final were the 96 Red Wings and the 07 Sabres. It turned out really well for both of those teams. So Colorado's clearly in some trouble here. How surprised are we?
Pretty surprised. Yeah. I thought this was going to be the end of Vegas. They run into that juggernaut of Colorado, but
Cale Makar hurt. It's not helping.
It's definitely not hurting. And,
Jack Eichel is killing it right now.
And let's not forget about
Mitch Marner.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
I was listening to this morning. I was doing some stuff around the house, and I was listening to just before the Jays pregame show came on Sportsnet radio. Somebody texted and said, "Can we stop giving so much oxygen to Mitch Marner?"
That was me. I called.
Okay,
I wasn't even listening. I was just randomly phoning.
And then they were like, "Yeah, okay, but Mitch Marner is leading the playoffs in scoring on a team that's up 2-0. And like, if it was Tyler Bozak doing that,
yeah, I love that guy.
We would be talking about it. Doesn't Nate McKinnon, whoever that guy is.
I'm not buying it.
But you got to talk about
this
that
extent.
guy.
Of course, you would talk about that. It's the amount of online, let's tie it back to Toronto, that is making me crazy and not wanting to give it oxygen. He is killing it right now. And he didn't when he was in Toronto. Both of those things are true. And what he's doing now doesn't change what happened in Toronto. And I don't know why we have to suddenly pretend that, while the rest of the hockey world was laughing at me for the last 9 years as a Leaf fan, going, your core four can't get it done, core four, he was part of it.
Is that your Craig Berube imitation? Or
I don't know. Craig Berube post dumbbell collision or whatever.
I can't wait till I don't hear about core four. Well, guess what, Craig?
You're still going to hear about it for sure. He's been incredible. I cannot watch a Mitch Marner versus Montreal Canadiens Cup final. So somebody's going to have to figure it out and get it going. But in this Colorado, I don't think it's just Makar. Like, that's a huge loss.
They're not a Makar away.
No, they're not. And like, to go down 0-2 at home and now have to go on the road to Vegas, like, I would stop short of saying it's over, but I just gave you a stat that would suggest it's probably over already.
I have not enjoyed the hockey in that series.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it has not been entertaining. Now, it's not even the late time because it starts at 8 or whatever.
Yeah, they've been reasonably respectful.
Right. And
the
so
8 o'clock starts,
I have not found the Vegas-Colorado series to be really engaging hockey. Like, to me, it's short of the results. I am surprised by the results.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, I think everybody is. John Tortorella at the beginning of the series was like, wow, don't give me any talk about this altitude. We're just going in here. We're going to do our thing. We're going to do our thing. And he didn't want to, he did everything but say, they're a fucking juggernaut.
Yeah.
We're just going to try and get a split here.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's way better than that. And if you're Makar and you've had 7 or 8 days off in between the 5-game win over Minnesota, and you roll it, and you're not healthy enough to play in game 1,
right? There's something up here.
This is not just a day-to-day. And they said it was day-to-day, but this is not day-to-day. If you can't play in game 1 after 8 days off, and then you 2 days later still can't it's
in between games 1 and 2, Coach Bednar said he made a comment that kind of suggested, like, I'm not in Cale Makar's body. He'll decide when he's ready to play. And there was a lot of people who kind of took that as a
HR on line 1.
Right. I'm blaming him, or I don't know. He'll play when he's ready to play. That's not the vibe I got from it, but I do believe the moment it came out of his mouth, he probably regretted it. Did you guys have any thoughts on it when you heard it?
No, I just think that players are really in tune with their bodies these days, and
he knows, right?
He'll know. He wants to compete. Obviously, he doesn't want to sit out. And
I didn't take it as Bednar saying, like,
what's with that guy? Get it going.
Well, here in Ottawa, we always go to the 06 Hasek, right? Like, well, he'll tell us when he's ready kind of thing. Maybe Friday. Right. I didn't get that, but he got roasted as if that is what he said.
Yeah. Well, and to jump on what Miller was saying, I think it's a day and it's an era when, players are way more in tune and they have way more autonomy, right? The days when the coaching staff and, the conduit being the medical staff pressure you and you're like, you're good to go, man. Get out there. We'll tape it up. We'll put an aspirin on it. We'll rub some dirt on it. We'll give you a cortisone shot, whatever. Get going. I think there's a much more, this is a commodity now more than anything else. And athletes have much more say in this, I think. And so if you look at the Makar situation with Crosby at the Olympics, I think that is kind of if that guy could go,
he'll go.
He'll go. I have no doubt.
I tried that, though, because he looked like he was pretty injured.
Yeah.
With Minnesota even.
Yep.
And I just, to me, I think Bednar took a little too much flack for what was a fairly, I can see why you would read it as, like how you could make that leap to, well, I guess he'll tell us when he's ready or whatever. That, to me, I think people are a little too anxious to try and roast somebody.
You don't say in this day and age of social media and everything that everybody's going to jump on every single thing that you say and the nuance of it.
Before we take a break here for another beer, I want to ask a question because this weekend marked the 35th anniversary of the original Ottawa Senators logo, which they have returned to here recently after, I was going to say a brief, but it was more than brief. It was
the abomination.
Okay, see, I know you're not a fan of the other one, but this is the original where it's kind of the side view of the logo itself. It does look a little like a coin. And then they had a flirtation for quite a while with the one that I didn't hate as much as you, but he looked weird. The guy's kind of turning his head and looking at you there. That kind of debuted, was it right after the lockout maybe, 0405? I know for you maybe, Rob, it was as much, you hated the jersey as much as the logo perhaps.
Yep.
Let me start here. Sportslogos.net is the one who pointed out the anniversary, and they allow you to go on their website and go to any different logo and just give your opinion, like a vote from 1 to 10. The Ottawa Senators logo, this version of it, the original version of it, has 350 votes on a scale of 1 to 10. People who liked it at, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest.
Yep.
What do you think it currently, the average, sits at? Where do you think the opinion of the original / current Ottawa Senators logo is? Why don't you both take a stab at it?
Miller?
I'm going to go with an average of 6.3.
Okay. My beer.
I thought that was he's going to go with 6.5. I thought he was going to go with the Sun split, too. I think it's 6.5.
It's only 5.5.
All right. Those people are lovers of the Peace Tower logo. That's all that is.
That was very short-lived as well.
Terrible.
See, I didn't hate that one either. I don't know what that is. I do prefer this one, but I think it's like a lot of things. But like if you asked me across all sports, and maybe that's what this is, to rank teams' logos, is this in the 55th percentile? Can I go, yeah, okay, I guess. But it still feels low to me. But I do like it. But I do think there's a little nostalgia to it, even for me as not a Sens fan. Like I used to play all the the old Sega Nintendo games or whatever else,
Yeah.
and you'd see that logo scroll by
Shout out 96.
with the 26th overall ranking beside them there for the first couple of years in those video games.
Steve Duchesne.
There you go.
Yes.
This is, I don't know, a classic logo is too strong.
Yeah.
But it's a strong logo, is
See,
it not, across the NHL?
See,
where there's some cartoony bullshit in the NHL.
Yeah, there's some bullshit in the NHL for sure. Some of the best NHL logos aren't even in the league anymore.
The Whalers.
Hartford.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everybody's going to Hartford.
Hartford and the North Stars, like right away, those are. And I got a soft spot for the Quebec Nordiques.
Okay.
Jets.
The OG
the
Jets.
the original Jets for
Yep.
sure. For me, the legitimate franchises don't change the logo like their underwear. First and foremost, that's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
And second of all, as somebody who owns the new black Sens jersey,
Yeah.
it's the simplicity of the jersey as well as the rebrand back to the original makes it nice. Like, to me, it's clean, it's classic.
It's
You don't change your logo, man. Don't change your logo.
It's different, but to me, in a similar vein to the Flyers, where it's not over the top, it's not crazy complicated or flashy, but I look at that and go, yeah, that's a nice logo on a hockey jersey, right? And I know there is a little bit of, round at one end and
Yes, I
kind
get
of
it.
the spikes, but I have them in a
Detroit Red
similar,
Wings.
sure.
That to me is
And the original 6 always seem to get waved through, like that's classic.
okay.
Just
But
because
if
we've all
I
known
can
it
throw
forever.
this right into both of your laps,
Do it.
that
I'm gonna start comparing things.
so that I'll show you. It's to me what would have been in both of your youth, that 80s, early 90s, your Dougie Gilmore, Wendell
square
Clark,
leaf, basically.
the square leaf with the
That lasted right up till like 20.
I hated that.
Okay.
And
Felt like the mentality of the team though, like very, very straightforward,
Basic.
very basic,
not that good.
lunch pail, blue collar.
But didn't that last basically right up until like the Matthews era? I think that went.
With the solid block on the arm.
Not the arms, no, the logo itself.
Vincent Domfus kind of era.
Sure, the Rick Vive.
Oh man,
early
that's
Wendell.
terrible.
No, I never liked that jersey, but I think
Okay.
we're talking about the same leaf.
Yes,
the square
yes,
leaf lasted
for sure,
longer.
yes.
That was the Sundin leaf, the Cujo leaf.
When they went back to the sort of more classic,
yeah, that they're wearing
maple leaf,
now.
it's
yeah.
a sharp.
Yes.
it's a sharp look, and it's one that they never should have.
But it's interesting because I wonder a little bit. I didn't hate the old one, but I wonder if that's just nostalgia. That's what I grew up on. Very similar to what we're talking about here, the original Sens logo that they went away from for a long time. Like, I don't know what it was, that one that they went to. It's like the guy's winking at me or something. He's kind of turned his head. He's like, eh? You know,
Only you think of that.
I guess so. He's winking right at me, man.
What are you going to say? How about it? Just you and I.
I keep
an
telling
inside
you
joke.
no.
But I keep coming back.
Yeah. But I didn't hate that red jersey either with the block
Slash.
underneath it. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
man. I don't
Bit
love
of
that.
gold in there too.
There was something.
There was some gold,
Yeah.
yes.
But to me, I don't think it's crazy low, but 5.5 seems low. Like I would have had, you both guessed 6.5-ish, I believe.
Yep.
But to me, anywhere from 6.5, as far up to 7, I would have time for, right? Like,
Yep.
because you look across the NHL, like I said, like there's some really nonsense shit out there.
What's
like,
what's the worst?
Utah.
Oh no, I got pile of time for the
you got time
Mammoth.
for
I do.
Yeah,
I like
I'm trying
it.
to think. I don't like the modern Jets logo. I get what they're going for. I don't know that I can reasonably say like that it's a joke or that it's a real. I don't like Nashville's logo. Don't really like Columbus's logo.
Columbus. I got time.
Don't really. I guess the Islanders in a similar vein is
The Kraken.
classic.
The Kraken could have done.
I like Seattle, a
But
little bit,
but those
I think it's
those
the color
jerseys are
scheme.
nice.
Yeah,
But the
Yeah.
logo.
You're right. It's hard to pull them away, right?
It's a little slim. It's sort of serpentine.
I like that the Kings have gone back to the 90s. Again, this is
Gretzky-
probably
the
all
Gretzky
just
era?
personal taste,
Yeah.
right? That's what I grew up with, so that's what I like, I guess.
The Ducks with that webbed foot thing.
That sucks, but they've gone back to
to the original Mighty Duck. Which
I
sucks.
I love that.
I know, but that's
My Ducks.
You're a flying V. You get into it's.
We could all use a little flying V.
I'm Bob.
Yeah.
I got to mention Chicago. That's
a classic,
It's
right?
a classic for sure.
Are there any? I was going to say, are there any bad original 6 logos? I think there aren't, right? Like, no. Chicago, Detroit, Boston, all strong. Montreal, Toronto,
So how
strong.
about this? I put the Rangers in the 6th spot.
okay.
Because it's just the letters,
Basic.
Yeah, it's just it's the
spelling out.
yeah. It's just to me it's
I kind of like that logo too. The
okay,
New
I'm
York
power ranking the original
Yeah.
the original 6. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Crest, yeah.
Well, let's put everybody on the record here. Rank them 1 to 6. I'll go first. I think I'm going Boston 1, Montreal, Detroit 2, Montreal 3,
I was going to say.
Chicago 4, New York 5, Toronto 6. And I don't dislike Toronto. It's just, it's a strong class.
Yeah, I got Chicago, Detroit. I'm going to put the Leafs up there.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I'll
There's
go
nothing wrong with it. It's just...
Boston, Montreal, then New York.
Okay.
See, and Miller and I are very, very tight. I'm going Chicago, Detroit.
Perhaps it's my modern sensibility.
Chicago,
not allowing
Detroit,
me to give Chicago the
Boston,
credit it deserves.
Toronto, Montreal, New York.
Okay. All right. My modern sensibilities also suggest I need a new beer.
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 Yeah. Let's take a break here. We'll come back. We'll talk a little baseball. Lots more still on the agenda. Stay there. Let's dive back in here, the second half of the Talkie and Audio podcast. Matt, Rob, and Miller here kicking around, having another pint. I went last time, and so I'm going first this time because, fuck it, I got thirsty waiting. This is one that, Miller just talked about an hour ago, having a sun split. Haven't had a sun split in a while. The man put it in my mind, kind of reminded me that this was a thing, and then made the mistake of reminding me that there was another one in the house, and I'm going to have it.
So take him home after.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
He lives alone. There's many moments.
Just a gorgeous beer.
Okay, and what do you have?
I went with the show beer from Nita Brewery, Tall Can Audio, a beautiful Bytown Black IPA, coming at a whopping 10%.
The man is not driving home.
No.
Luckily, my wife is picking me up later.
Are you staying in town again tonight?
Yes. Yeah,
Now.
I got
Yeah.
just decided.
That is, and to me, that is, I meant to make it over to see Andy because
He's got a couple new
he's
things.
got the new porter.
2 new porters.
Okay, coming in at 7.5.
I met Andy at Matt's 40th
Yes.
there,
Yep.
and
And he's
had a
gr-
really good time.
He's a sociable guy.
And he's gregarious.
He is.
So I'm interested. So clearly that was here in house waiting for you. I'm more interested, Miller, in what would you describe your beer leanings? Like you came across a Sunsplit. Is that dumb luck, or was that because the can is striking?
Yeah, the can spoke to me. That's kind of
Yeah. Okay.
with
All
unfamiliar
right. But what
beers.
would you say your go-to beers? Like what would you
Style.
style of beer? Yeah.
Kind of depends, right? On a hot sunny day, nothing better than a cold lager. But chatting with the boys here, I like a nice IPA for sure.
Yep. That
How about
works. Because you have often, like we've done it a couple of times now, and it will happen again. When I take the train down to see the family, you and your brother will meet me at the train station, drive about halfway to where my family is, and conveniently located is the Old Flame Brewing Company in Port Perry.
Yes.
And at that moment, there doesn't really seem to be, for you or for me, a favorite style. It's, hey, what's new? Right?
What's
like it's,
new,
well, I got to see
exactly.
what the new thing is. Like we've all been to that brewery a bunch of times.
I mean, we do have our staple, the Black Raven.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
love the
beer.
Raven.
But yeah, I'm always up for trying something new from Old Flame. They do good work.
Actually kind of mad at you for coming up here with
I know. And if I actually planned ahead, I would have definitely brought you some stuff from the hometown. But
So for those of us, Black Raven is
it's a dark lager, a black lager.
Black lager?
Yeah. And it's got a little bit more, I find, dark flavor than your typical black lager, where it's still got that lager body, but a little more of that
Malt
like
forward.
almost burnt flavor.
Nice.
Like in a good way, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's probably like a top 3 beer for me in terms of, like I said, anytime there's something new, I like that guy who's got somebody jingling their keys in front of like, hey, let me try that. But if you just asked me, hey, I'm going to Old Flame, can I grab you anything? And it's someone who doesn't know anything about craft beer, and I don't want them to have to be, grab 6 Raven for me. That'd be great.
one
Right?
for
Like,
yourself.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor.
7 then.
And don't
7.
don't
Make
take it
7.
from my 6. Yeah, no.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, it's always, and everybody likes I am very much, so I am drinking, again, courtesy of LSG, sort of the white Arash Madani, who is from corner to corner of Eastern Ontario on hockey trips, but fairly local. He was out to Kempville. This is from Kempville Brewing Company.
Yeah, okay.
This is their Rito Fog
I've had that.
oatmeal stout.
It's a nice beer.
It's a very nice beer. And so first pulls, yes, it's got that nice smoothness, a pinch of sweetness that you get on an oatmeal. Delicious. I am a stout, a porter, an ESB. I lean heavily towards the malty side.
At some point, we got to go find some Mongoloid in Kempville ourselves.
Yeah. No.
Drag
It's
him
it's.
out
I
there
was.
and-
I was actually. It was his birthday.
Yeah, not too
last
long ago.
weekend.
Yeah.
And so I actually spent about an hour and a half on the phone with him.
I shot him with a cursory.
Yeah. Well, I'm related
happy
to him.
birthday
You're
text.
not.
No.
Yeah, dodged a bullet there. But yeah, we've reconfirmed that we will indeed head out and check it, because apparently the menu is pretty good as well.
Okay.
So we'll head out and see what they got. But I'm always a fan of a nice stout, and this meets all the requirements.
Okay. The Jays have just dropped Game 3 of their series to the Pirates, 4-1. And it's interesting, coming off of that road trip, I think a lot of people had said, hey, look, you got to take 2 or 3 from the Tigers. And then based on how beat up you are, based on how they just get a split in New York. And they took 2 or 3 from the Tigers. It wasn't pretty. The offense still wasn't going, but you got it done. You lost games 1 and 2 in New York, and you were like, oh, fuck, here we go. And then somehow you scrape out 2 wins at the end of that series, and you come home.
2-1 and 2 zip. Am I right with that?
And you're everything, like you come home going, well, I guess mission accomplished, but I'm still not feeling great about this. And then you take the first 2 or 3, and you start to get greedy against Pittsburgh.
Sweet,
like I want it. And we didn't get it. And it's interesting because I saw so many people posting after that second loss in New York on Tuesday night. Oh, fuck. Like the next 4 pitchers you're facing are Cam Schlittler, Carlos Rodon, Bubba Chandler, and
Paul
Skeens.
Skeens.
This is not going to go well. And you win 4 in a row against them.
Well,
And so maybe I'm, again, a little out over my skis here and getting greedy and being pissed that you lost Sunday.
when's the last time you skied?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I'm like,
I have skied.
I was going to say maybe never.
No, I've downhill a time or 2, no more than 2.
Gravity, do your worst.
Oh, it's happening.
Oh, and it's bad.
Big cross-country guy.
Yeah. Not.
I've done them both. When was the last time you skied for throwing this shit around?
3 years ago?
Yeah, all right. How'd it go?
Not good.
Okay.
No, but I love it. I do love the downhill.
Miller's a bit of a water skier.
I've dabbled.
Yeah,
it's
the
been a while
wakeboarder.
for sure.
A one ski guy, 2 ski. What do we got?
I've dropped the ski.
Yeah,
intend to drop
close
it.
to the dock, like coming by, kicking the ski. Like, what are we doing
Funny.
here?
I was at Matt's Cottage probably the last time I skied, and I wear glasses now,
Yeah.
so I wasn't obviously wearing them skiing. And was kind of
Where's the dock?
showboating. I dropped the ski and realized it was the wrong college.
Oh, got it. Yes.
We circle back for that.
So as cool as I looked then, the swim back for the ski was definitely
Hey,
not
you know what?
flattering.
The Speedo, though, was totally taking
yeah.
all eyes away from the wrong dock. You're like, "Shh, don't worry about that. Check this out.
Thong at that point. But
100%.
I'm that excited.
Well, there's something about that boat, right?
oh yeah.
It makes anybody into a skier. Like, the jet boat will just yank you right up and out of the water. So, as we sit here now, I guess I can't say now. Coming into action on Sunday, the Jays were in a playoff spot.
Just on the outside.
Well, tied with Minnesota
tied with
for the
Minnesota,
last
yes.
playoff spot. You're like, this has been a disastrous start, and yet it's still right there. And so I'm just sort of curious, as we sit here now, more than a quarter of the way through the season, I guess we'd be basically a third of the way through the season here, or pretty close to it. What is our confidence level that these guys are going to make the playoffs? They sit, I think, 9.5 out of the division.
10.5.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they kind of had a slow start last year, right?
They
Yep.
did, but this was
Sub 500 late May.
Yeah.
right.
And so you're in that neighborhood, but I'm not sure it's reasonable to plan that as your strategy for the year is let's just
all I
suck
got.
for 2 months and we will just get hot by default at the end of
we're
May.
starting to pick it up, and we still got
Hot
some
Jay
pieces
summer.
coming back. Hopefully,
Hot
Kirk
J
is coming.
summer.
Miller and his Speedo. No, you're right. Like
Already got
Bieber
the
is starting
crowd sweating.
to ramp up.
Yep.
Like he's going to start his rehab assignment here this year, presumably this week. Barger coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Vlad is still.
Super sub Lucas.
He needs Kirk.
Vlad needs Kirk.
He needs Kirk.
That's fine, but I'm paying you $500 million to not need somebody else.
People need you. But I hear
is
what
it.
you're saying.
Yeah,
I hear what
a little
you're saying.
protection.
Full support. Yep.
And they're chasing. Like they are. Arden Zwelling just had a thing, whether it was Saturday on the broadcast or Friday, that like there's no one in baseball chasing out of the zone more. And that is so antithetical to what the Jays were last year.
Yeah.
In terms of discipline and the way they were going about things. Look, I do still, my card's on the table here first. I do still think they will make the play. I think the division is off the table. You got
10 and a half behind the Rays, and the Rays have owned them.
And there are 2 teams that far. Like I could see the Yankees getting Garrett Cole back, like overtaking Tampa.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still down the stretch. I don't think we're getting back in
I
that.
don't think the Yankees are overtaking.
But
the Rays.
I
Just get us in the playoffs.
I do still think they're good enough to do that. And that is despite everything. Like George Springer doesn't look like he's any good this year. I know there's been some injury. The further we get away from that,
He
the less.
tomahawked that first pitch from that in that first at bat against Skeens.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, he smoked that ball.
100%.
And the reality is, if your Skeens is great, like there's no doubt, there's no debate.
Yeah.
But
Outdueled by Patrick Corbin.
okay, but
Take that.
okay, is Corbin this year's Lauer? We come back to
Take
that.
it. Yeah.
But if George Springer, broken toe, whatever the deal is, dude's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You throw him back-to-back high fastballs that he can't catch. Do you go away from that, or do you throw him a third one and watch the guy fucking
Let's see what happens.
smash it into the?
How many times do you want to tempt fate here?
You're like, what are you doing? Like, to me, that is. I hope a younger Paul Skeens moves forward from that against somebody else. But like, that's a bad. Whether it's on him or it's on Rodriguez,
and he
the
has been
catcher,
struggling here the last couple weeks a little bit. But yeah, no,
that's a bad selection.
100% it is. I don't know. I look at this group and like I said, I still think they're good enough to make a wild card. I just don't know that they're going to be. The further we get into this, the more I circle back to all the questions we had in the offseason about
How much regression?
How many of these guys are for real now, and how many of these guys. And like, I still don't know what Nathan Lucas is. For some reason, somebody let him
He's a
play for
career
5 weeks
minor leaguer. That's
with
what he is.
vertigo. And you're like, all right, so am I not allowed to have an opinion on what your dizzy at bats looked like? Or do I got to wait for you to get, it's hamstring he's dealing with now, or after the vertigo thing?
That's code. I think it's code.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this group. Reinforcements are still coming.
Yeah. See, to me, the thing is, when you have Lucas, who gives you the flexibility of righty versus lefty, who brings a solid defensive game. You're hoping for a Barger return, and Miller touched on it. Kirky, not just in the lineup where he insulates anybody, and he's
another bat,
an extra base kind of machine.
Well, he hits for extra base power. He doesn't always run to extra base positioning.
Perfect, fine.
Get you home.
Yeah.
As long as you can run.
More triples stretched into doubles. It's fine. But what he brings in terms of pitch selection, defensive catching, to me, he is. I think that we can argue, despite Vladdy making $500 million and Kirky signed for $13 million a year, that Kirky's the most valuable player on that team.
Yeah. Oh, I think you can make that argument, and we're maybe seeing it right now. Like you said, the way he touches the pitching staff and the lineup. I just, I look at Vladdy right now, who is batting again in his last 15 or so games over 300, but he's kind of been doing that all year, but with no power. You have 10 guys who have hit home runs at home for the Blue Jays, and he's not one of them. Like, at some point...
Coming into the weekend or in the Yankees series, he still had just 3 homers, 7 doubles. Like, he was just barely double digits in extra base hits.
Well, there was some crazy talk going around. Because you're right. That how long has it been since the Yankees and Blue Jays have played a series where neither Judge or Vladdy have hit a home run? And we just saw that in a 4-gamer. Both guys kept
people were saying, Vladdy, he is going to light it up. Ignite
loves Yankee Stadium.
In the Bronx.
Yeah, exactly.
Yankees lose.
Turns out we'll just call it off or saw it off.
Yankees
call it 2 games.
Win sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know. Guys got to get going. At $500 million, I can't allow you to be waiting on someone to hit behind you.
Matt Robinson.
I'm calling you
has
out, Vlad.
Put you on notice, Vladdy.
This is it.
Get your shit tight.
Just pretend it's playoffs, right?
Does that work? Can we ramp that up? Can we get that vibe created a little bit? Because, look, I think they're fine. I think they will be fine. I'm not sure 2 months in that I'm convinced they're going to be more than fine this year.
Well, I hope so, because that was wonderful to watch last year.
That was great, man.
Yeah,
it was about as much fun a stretch as we... 100%. This is it. Well, the Raptors were a playoff team this year. Yeah.
Took
you and I both know a lot of basketball.
7, I think.
Yep. One of the things that I thought was interesting here, for some reason, there's an American group interested in building a CFL-sized stadium and entertainment complex near Stanfield International Airport in Halifax, somewhat near.
About 40 minutes outside of Halifax.
For you good Ottawa sports fan listening to this, it would make the CTC feel downright walkable should you build
Hello,
something.
Arm Pryor.
Right? This is insanity. I know there's been a lot of talk about the potential of the CFL expanding. Halifax has always kind of been the next, I guess, logical...
Shout out Armada.
I'm sort of curious, Rob, like as an old school CFL guy who's now just kind of hanging on by a thread, but who has survived 20 odd years of his favorite sports team being nowhere near downtown. Is there any reason at all to do, like, will that kill a potential CFL expansion team dead in the water to do it that far from... Like, it is far.
It is far.
If you've never flown to Halifax, it is... You're not... It is like a 40-minute drive to downtown. Now, not everyone in Halifax lives in downtown. There will be parts of...
Shout out Dartmouth.
It's not close. I think Dartmouth's farther.
No, it's actually on that side of the harbor. Cole Harbor, Dartmouth...
Cole Harbor.
Eastern Passage.
Sure.
That's all on the other side of the bridge.
Okay. It's weird because for the Sens, you're asking season ticket holders to do this 41 times in February. Like, not all of them are in February, but a lot of them will be in
that's a busy schedule. Am I right?
A couple of double headers in there. But you got 41
Somehow
times.
we get more hosed on a hockey day in Canada. How is that possible?
More hosed. Anyway, yeah. No. 41 games, and many of them will be in the middle of a January blizzard or a February it's minus 30. No one feels like going anywhere. This is once a week, and it's in a nicer time of year. But, man, it still seems like this is the starting point. You want to be 40 minutes from town.
Well, you know what? Let's let Miller have a handle of that because
was just wondering,
he's doing a big East Coast trip this summer. So boots on the ground, guy.
Are we talking? Is it along the coast still, or like accessible?
No, it won't be on the water. No,
it's straight. It's sort of
beside
straight
an
north.
airport.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. To me.
And like, what's the rest of the complex supposed to be? I guess if I'm out here, I better have dinner because it's a long drive home.
Hotel, I guess.
But
There'll be a Chuck's or a Jackass,
right?
Or
something like that.
Kelsey's maybe.
This isn't revitalizing.
No.
Suburban Halifax.
And the thing is, it's fine if you look at the Green Riders, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
People come in, buses come in from Saskatoon every home game.
Yep.
But that is an established franchise. Like that is the province's sporting franchise.
Start from scratch.
You are asking people to make it from, like I said, from the Halifax side. So that's across the bridge from Dartmouth, to come across the toll bridge, all that bullshit, and make it 30 minutes on a good day.
Yeah.
Straight up to the airport.
Maybe if I got a flight to catch after the game.
Man, I just think it seems like.
And it's serious money. It sounds like they're willing to spend like $1 billion for a football stadium. That's plenty.
So then if you're going to spend that money, man, fucking spend $200 million more and make it closer to Dartmouth.
I guess. Just
makes sense.
I don't understand to get some of that sweet Penguins cash.
Well, there's just so much about this. Like, there's an American company looking to do it. Is
Horn-Chen involved?
CFL. One of the Gleibermans, I believe.
Yes, the Gleibermans.
All right. I did want to
add something back to my East Coast trip this summer.
Yeah.
I got to pick a couple Airbnbs for the trip between me and my wife.
Yeah.
And just want to let you guys know, in St. John, I picked an Airbnb above a brewery. And it's going to be wonderful. They sent me a message saying, since you're staying with us, we'd like to leave you some complimentary beer.
Yeah, you would.
So that sounds
good. So the brewery...
Shout out Trailhead. Or sorry, Trailway.
Yeah, Trailhead was an unfortunate experience at Loyalist College when you and I were down there.
Almost like the Molson Stock Ale fiasco.
Equally awful.
So Trailway Brewing.
Yes.
You're staying above Trailway Brewing.
Right above it.
Okay. All right. Look for those on future podcasts right now.
Load the trunk up.
This summer when Miller comes back through, there will be a variety pack of...
I might have to phone into the show.
There you go.
Yes, you will.
After 6 or 8. Like, guys.
From the brewery, the wife and the child have gone to bed.
Well, this is what I'm wondering. Like, this is on your way out towards the rest of the East. Like, what the odds are you get left behind?
This is, I think, the second stop we're doing.
Yeah.
Go back to St. John. So
right.
Yeah.
And so the rest of the trip, I'm wondering what the odds are the wife and the kid carry on without you while you're hanging out above the brewery here for a little while.
We're in an Airbnb above a brewery.
Yeah. Seems problematic to me.
It seems like a perfect stopping
spot.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want to talk about a team that two of us at this table would say is our favorite team in hockey, that has the first overall pick in the draft this year, and it is the Oshawa Generals of the OHL, which means they had obviously a stellar season.
If you hear a toilet flush, that's because I have checked out of this conversation.
But I'm curious because this is sort of feeds around into this evolving situation between the CHL, the NCAA, who's willing to come north and when, what spoils my NCAA eligibility. The Gens had the ability to have the first pick this year, and there was talk that there was going to be the next great, exceptional status granted, but it wasn't granted. And so Oshawa...
You, my friend, are not exceptional.
I've heard that a time or two.
Yeah, I think we're talking about Caden O'Rourke from
Texas.
So
now living in the GTA, but
playing for Toronto something?
Presumably.
You, my friend, are bringing it.
Canadiens, I believe.
Yeah.
Side story, I guess WHL had an interesting thing about that because since he's from Texas, they thought they could.
They wanted him to come because they're fighting over star power now, right? Like there was a lot of American kids who wouldn't come to the CHL if they wanted to go to the NCAA.
Do I go to Brandon? Do I go to Toronto? It's a tough one, man.
Except the question is Brandon or Oshawa, and now it is a tough one. I guess I could live in Toronto and commute out to Oshawa.
Wheat Kings and all those treasures buried.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah.
It's just, I think if you are the CHL, and look, I'm not going to pretend at any point to be an expert on prospects, right? Certainly, I barely know NHL prospects. I absolutely do not know CHL prospects. But if you are now in this fight for your life in terms of star power and players who are going to leave after a couple of years to go to the NCAA, it sort of feels like you might want to lighten up the bottom of that, right? To allow players in who have some hype, who have some name recognition. Look, maybe it's just bias because I would have liked to have seen Oshawa get a good player, but I think it does tie into a more interesting conversation we're having right now. And I would not, if I was the CHL, be turning up my nose at a guy coming in with some hype to him because more and more of those guys are going to end up in the NCAA eventually.
Absolutely. No, I agree. When you got this kind of talent at a younger age and you could potentially take a guy with an extra year of eligibility before
3 years?
He does go to the NCAA.
Before he goes, yeah.
Because it's probably going to happen. Yeah. Oshawa is a top-notch OHL organization, I
was going to say, the third year comes from
where that placement of the year is.
Pickering,
is it on the forehead?
The nuclear power there on both sides of Oshawa.
Highest drunk drivers per capita.
All right.
But no, apparently Roger Hunt, GM of Oshawa, wasn't even considering taking him, is what I've heard. So
really?
That might have led to
who's got the second
decision.
pick?
Who does have this?
Going to Cornwall here shortly.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's be honest. The kid is not Canadian. Mm-hmm. He's an American.
But as a business, you don't think?
Yeah, to me, the OHL,
whether it was Oshawa or not,
or the CHL. Yeah. I am looking at this as not just a dirty general issue, but this is a larger issue. That it comes down to. So that kid is going to either go to the USHL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good on you. Or he's going to stay and play his major midget year.
In the GTHL.
In the GTHL. And he is going to be in somewhere in the OHL next year. Mm-hmm. This is not, to me, this is, is it developing the league? Is it developing the player? What are we focusing on here?
I would say, as wrong as this sounds, if I'm the CHL right now, I'm probably watching my own ass more than what's best for. I need star power right now because my 17-year-olds and my 18-year-olds, my 19-year-olds are leaving for the NCAA.
So, but to me, you are having more than ever, to me, with this question, especially at this point in time when we are sort of still struggling to see where this NCAA, CHL thing sits. The league is getting younger. Would we agree on that?
100%. Agreed.
When you have more Americans coming here now because it's not affecting their NCAA eligibility, this is the better place for 16 and 17-year-olds. I think we are on the cusp of a younger, better, more influx of Americans without accepting an exceptional status guy.
I'm just a little surprised they chose this moment to and look, I'm not going to sit here and say I know this kid's good enough. I don't. But a lot of people who know junior hockey better than I do said this guy probably was as good as some of the previous names we've seen get.
How many can you name?
John Tavares, Shane Wright,
Sean Day.
Sean Day is another.
Sean Day is that's a good one, man, because that's the guy where you're like
didn't quite pan out like so many thought. Yeah.
Jason
there are
Spezza?
other leagues. The WHL doesn't, like, they're much harder on who.
Same with the Q. I think the OHL seems to be the one who is more interested.
Well, and to that point, if even the O is now going, no, you can wait a year. Like, maybe he's not good enough.
All right, see, there you go. Matt is now coming over.
With the fact that
coming over to my side right here.
Being drafted less than first overall, second overall, maybe third overall. Is that enough to maybe stop it in the tracks?
Like, if you are being granted exceptional status and someone doesn't take you first overall, you probably shouldn't have been granted exceptional
Screw you,
status.
Shane Wright. This is all on you.
Well, I just think it's because you are such a slam dunk talent. What organization wouldn't take you right away? I think if that guy ends up third overall, you're like, well, what was the point, right? Like, he's not that excited. This is my opinion.
And sorry, you were talking about the OHL draft versus the NHL draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I take it back, Shane Wright.
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Strays over here for some reason. Yeah.
But it is one of those things where, like, you look at Logan Couture.
Yeah.
When he as a London kid, and he was like, I don't want to go. I can't remember where it was at the time, and he said, "No, I'm going to stay out, and I'm going to withhold and go the NCAA route." Mm-hmm. And Ottawa had reached out at that point and said, "No,
would you come here?
Would you come here? We will have the facilities, we will have the education, whatever you're looking for, we can do."
Yep.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'd do that," and it just becomes
pick your spot.
Bit of a game,
and that is going to happen more and more.
Am I going to go to Owen Sound or Sudbury or North Bay?
Or Peterborough.
Yeah. 100%.
Build a new rink, or you're not going to hang anymore. Like, for a long time, that's been sort of a classic OHL rink and a historic franchise. You're not getting some American kid to come up and go, yeah, actually, you're going to live in the middle of nowhere in the oldest barn in the league.
Well, hey, now, your family knows. 407, man. It's just like right to the 115. It's bam. We are right there.
I know. My family knows.
Scene, yes.
I'm not sure random family in Ohio
All
knows.
I'm saying is, but your point is correct that this is a legendary OHL
force
franchise.
These teams to modernize and to get modern gyms and to be 100%. On par with NCAA programs.
Which I think Oshawa is ahead of the team on that one.
They have been.
They got an excellent facility.
Yeah,
and
for
we're just
a while.
Getting a new renovation coming soon.
Yeah, they're not quite London, or few are, but they're on the verge there. One of the things I wanted to ask you guys about here before we wrap up, and we can certainly get to anything else if you want in a second, but I'm curious. The PWHL final wrapped up last week, and the TV ratings have come out, and they are very poor. This is a league that has done reasonably well in growing itself and expanding. Now we're up to adding 4 more teams. That's too many, but that's a conversation for a different day. But on day one, not even playoffs, not even finals, but like on the day the league opened a few years ago on New Year's Day, they drew 900,000 viewers, which is pretty good on Canadian television. And the average in this year's final, which featured 2 Canadian teams, Ottawa and Montreal, 150,000 viewers across Canadian channels. And it's not good. And last year or 2 years ago? No, it was 2 years ago. Last year, Ottawa was in the final against Minnesota. 2 years ago, there was 2 American teams. And you could almost expect it's going to be harder, even for your enthusiasts up here, to really engage in a final with 2 American teams. And I just wonder, I know you guys are a little bit more casual on this, and look, I'm not going to proclaim to be an expert about it or whatever.
You're an expert.
But I saw 150,000 as the average across this and thought that is horribly disappointing. Now, I should be fair and present a little context here, at least on the Montreal side of it. There was a couple of games up against literally not even same day, but same time as Montreal Canadiens playoff games, which hurt the attendance at Place Bell in Montreal and obviously was going to hurt the TV ratings. Yes, sorry. I'm just sort of curious as to guys, I don't know how close you're following it, Miller, if at all. Rob, I know you're sort of in and out on it, but are certainly watching when Ottawa is in the playoffs.
Have been to a couple of Charge playoff games.
There you go.
With your daughter? Or?
With my...
When she's willing to hang out with him.
Lovely partner.
There you go.
The way better half.
Way better half. Is there anything to be read into this, or is it just a symptom of It's a small, growing league here still in Canada, and Montreal has their mind on other things because 900,000 to 150,000, and maybe that's an unfair comparison because it's the start of the league. Everyone wants to see what it's going to look like. That.
I'm going to let Miller take this, but I do want to start with. No, I'll let Miller take it.
Sure. I was just going to chalk it up to growing pains. It's a pretty new league, so I'm hoping that it just snowballs from here.
How much have you watched? Cards on the table.
Cards on the table.
Not much.
I don't think I've seen a full game, but
there
I'm not turning off the highlights or anything.
We're expanding at 4 teams a year. Oshawa will be there soon enough.
Exactly.
The Firewolves.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out Firewolves.
Great name.
Shout out worst name in sports. Shout out Brooklyn can no longer be the Redmen. Just so you know. Yeah, exactly.
I hope not, because I don't know how much you know of the Firewolves and the story of Dyson Williams.
Not at all.
Not at all. He's an Oshawa boy. He got drafted first overall by Albany at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And coming his way back home to Oshawa was just a wonderful story. That family has gone through so much. Dyson had a little brother that died of cancer when he was 8. Sorry to get a little heavy here.
Yeah,
but, no, it's a story that we've been following in Oshawa, and we're just so happy for that family. And they actually had the Tucker out lymphoma game, which is his brother. The last game of the season.
How were the crowds? Because you said this was Albany.
Yeah,
they were sellouts. Okay. Oshawa, Whitby has a rich lacrosse history.
That is the lacrosse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Next to Peterborough,
Brooklyn Redmen.
it's the best.
Yeah. Are they still called the Redmen? Are we still doing that?
They are still the Brooklyn Redmen.
Okay. Yeah. Hanging tough, eh? What did you think, Rob, of those ratings that I just presented on the PWHL?
They're horrible.
Yeah.
They're horrible. And it just you wonder if
I should say, and this isn't to be an asshole.
You passed me the conch.
I'm taking it back.
This is my turn to
150,
talk.
200,000 is comparable to a Jets or Sens regional Tuesday night against whoever.
How he's taking a shit on both the Jets and the Senators.
Happy to do so. You've been dumping all over Oshawa and whatever else. No, I'm just saying for a league final featuring 2 Canadian teams on TSN. This isn't hidden in some place. So it is disappointing, but I don't think it's fair. I'm just trying to provide some context.
Yeah. And the conversation is interesting because to me, this is a community. So at one point this year, the Charge played a final regular season game head-to-head against an Ottawa Senators playoff game.
Right.
Sell out at the CTC for the Sens game.
Mm-hmm.
Sell out at TD Place for the Charge game.
Nice.
And at the same time, you are running, there's Tier 2 Junior A games.
Sure.
There's Junior B games, Junior C. Like, there's all kinds of hockey happening.
Mm-hmm. At the same time, also, Jays and Raptors.
Yeah.
Which you and I sort of not that into the Raptors, but you could stay home.
Not so much, not at all.
But you could stay at home and watch.
Yes.
There would have been a certain percentage of people in Ottawa that said, I got to watch the Raps tonight. I'm not going out to.
So all I'm suggesting here is I've taken in a 67s game. I've taken in some Junior A. I've taken in some Tier 2 Junior A this year.
Mm-hmm.
Am I watching it on TV?
Right.
As a hockey fan, right? I've seen some games live at both, like I said, Tier 2, Junior A.
Yeah.
I've been, but am I watching that on TV?
Right. It's fun to go and be there.
Correct. And I've been to a Charge game.
I know, yeah.
And so in terms of where I reserve my hockey viewing on TV, as a hockey fan, it's for NHL hockey. Primarily Ottawa games.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's playoff games and whatever's happening on a Saturday night, probably.
So let me offer you a paper-thin excuse.
Do it.
If the community is still this small, who really wants to support women's hockey, and I don't know whether this is an indication of that or not, but I moved from TD Place to Canadian Tire Center for Ottawa home games for the PWHL, and I sold more than, roughly 10,000 more seats than TD Place could have held downtown.
30,000 over 2 games.
I just took 10,000 viewers off the. Now you need to get higher than like 160,000.
From 900 down to 150. That's your 10,000 is a drop in the bucket.
I'm just saying,
paper thin.
That's why I said it that way. But I'm curious as to whether or not like this is an indication that Ottawa and Montreal, like Montreal's a major hockey, but they are distracted right now.
Where's Buffalo at?
And Ottawa, if you remove a certain number of people who would have had to watch on TV that are now able to go to games, that's better for the league, I think, to be there in person, selling expensive tickets, quite frankly.
And man, I went 2 beers, 2 slices of pizza, $60. It's too much, man.
And then whatever the way better.
And they weren't the Sweet General's 28-ounce beers
those
either.
Are big boy beers.
Hey, those beers. I mean, at the whatever it's called now,
Tribute Community Center.
Yes, right. But man, those were at 28. Well, we were at the same hip concert.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, man, it was.
That was 15.
They weren't those beers either, man. I'm telling you, it was a can of Heineken. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Paper thin solution.
Yes.
We don't do that here. We just point out the problems. We don't
tirades and paper thin
summer.
solutions.
Little hockey in the summer, less diluted.
That is
paper thin.
Yeah. You suck as much as Matt.
But I do think there's a certain amount of. I think drawing up against the Habs is. And look, I always rip the NHL for getting out of the way of the NFL or whatever else. Go serve your fans. Don't want to.
Yeah.
But now I'm saying almost like get out of the way of the Habs. Like I don't think you can do that either. Like I think you have to.
Arena availability.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You could do afternoons. That's, and it is more of a family league.
Friendly,
the pricing allows for that. So maybe that is one thing. But I just think I thought that number was devastatingly low.
Well, and here's the thing is I was listening to Mike Hirschfeld, GM of the Charge. He was talking about, he said through their, research and in-house surveys, 80% of Charge fans are not ticket-buying Senators fans. And
big.
so
that's big.
That's big. So, while that is an untapped market for if Andlauer wanted to buy that team, that you are bringing in other people, it is also, to me, what it says to me is it's not a hockey-consuming crowd.
What do you mean by that?
I mean,
this is
if they are,
want to support women's goings-ons more than sports.
If they are in the Ottawa market and they're not watching NHL hockey in this market, that you are new to this, that you are bringing in a huge influx of non-sports.
I could see it. Maybe if you have a young daughter.
This is it. Well, and you know what? There was a pile of fathers with 4-year-old daughters in the arena when I was there.
Well, the joke that kept making its way around, and not in a... There was a game that went to double overtime in this first round on Mother's Day. And the number of people online tweeting like, oh my God, like all these women are there. I'm not getting to see mom on Mother's Day. The counter argument was, I took mom to the game on Mother's Day, right? So it opens up some different crowds.
Okay, but I am talking about people who consume it live versus I'm going to sit down on a Sunday afternoon, Mother's Day in your example.
Sure.
And consume it via ratings. To me,
watch TV and get counted.
That you go, I want to support the Charge. I want to do this because I'm a believer in women's sports. But I'm not normally I'm watching whatever at home. I'm watching, I don't even want to say, I'm watching whatever I'm watching, but I'm not consuming NHL sports. And so I think you have to, in Miller's point, which is a new league, you have to train these people.
It also flies in the face a little bit of my concern about the Charge moving out to CTC, saying, if I'm a Sens season ticket holder, how excited am I to go, maybe who lives in Centertown or who lives in the Glebe or something like that? How excited am I that I also, a couple of games that I would typically be able to walk to or take the bus to see the Charge, I really want to go out to Canada again on a Wednesday in January. Doesn't sound, if 80% of their ticket buyers are not Sens fans or Sens, then that is not a crossover you have to worry about.
This is an eye on the prize thing, which is a new LeBreton Arena coming.
Oh, yeah.
By 2030.
No, 100%.
That you are
but
looking
you've
at.
You've got to bridge that gap.
Yeah,
first.
of course you do.
Yeah.
But you are looking at developing this new fan base, and you are looking at a new centrally located arena.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to keep in mind, to me, having been to a 67s game this year and having been to a Charge game, the crowds are very similar, right? Between a Junior A crowd.
Sure. Well, it's family pricing.
And it's family pricing. Yeah. That if you were going to bring them in, if you're Andlauer, let's just say, owner of the Sens, and you want to bring this in as a second tenant who could give you up to 40 home games a year, you have to keep in mind that that price point still is...
Well, that'll be set by the league, though, not by him.
But to me, it is, if you're looking at $35 a game, $25, $30, whatever it is, versus...
Well, in the finals, to sit in the upper
deck
deck was $90.
Yep.
You're losing your crowd a little now, and it's further. You're starting to stack things.
But you are looking at a time when you are looking at a LeBreton located
100%.
arena.
That's the long game, but there's a long bridge to gap here.
Well, there may be a home base on the moon, trying to get to Mars from the moon before we get a centrally located arena here in Ottawa.
Anything else you boys wanted to touch on before we wrap up?
Let's throw it over to Miller here. And as a long-time listener...
First-time caller.
First-time-caller.
That's right. No, just excited to be here. Pumped that my two favorite hockey teams are picking first overall.
Yeah.
So,
what the fuck is happening here, man? All I can say, as my two favorite teams, one of them in the conference final of the NHL right now, Montreal Canadiens.
What it really means is my two favorite teams finished terribly this year is really what happened. But
that's all I got.
It's softening the blow.
Fiery crashes with both of mine.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate you guys having me on.
No,
and always nice to chat with you and, have some beers.
You bring a more sobering experience to this podcast.
Is that a compliment?
It's exactly.
You're a little dry.
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
I think you're a little less full of yourself than the other two sitting at this table.
Next show, you'll be saying something different.
These people want to hear more from me.
One of the three of us is not as thrilled with the sound of his own voice. One is more interested being behind the camera.
Right.
Yeah, normally. Yeah.
Hey, one guy is more interested in saying the talent.
This is the guy who has suggested to us, you two, just keep it audio only. You're not a visual show. As you know, my cousin there at different times, he's at a box at the arena. So we're there, I don't know, a year or two ago or whatever, and your brother's hanging out with us. We're having a couple of beers. I don't remember what the hell the occasion was. Yes, exactly. And all of a sudden, people are like, who is that? What is going on? You're in the catwalk, walking around, taking a picture of us into the box, but standing up in the
no one else
what
has.
is no, this is it. Like, who's the creep up in the fucking rafters taking pictures of us?
I was probably just finishing mic checks up in the booth there.
This is it.
Thought I'd take a little walk over
the way,
to the corner and see you boys.
Who are those guys with the 28-ounce drafts over there, right there?
Pretty jealous, but
very jealous. I wasn't even there.
I'm not going up in that catwalk. That's scary shit, man. I've got no time for that. We'll wrap it up here. If you missed it last week on the Tuesday morning edition of the show, Tom Harrington was in here, and I thought a lot of his takes on what Canada can expect here as they're preparing to host a World Cup. As a guy who has covered many Olympics, many World Cups, thought he brought some really interesting perspectives. And we asked him about, as the number of countries capable of still hosting Winter Olympic Games starts to dwindle.
4.
Yeah, exactly. How anxious Canada should be. We've heard, should Calgary do it again? Should Vancouver do it again? So we talked to him about that. It's up now at tallcanaudio.com or on whatever app you're hearing us. And later this week, we will finally get you our interview with Julian McKenzie from The Athletic, The New York Times, as some of these guys like to frame it now. that it's been bought up by the Times.
Seems like bullshit.
If you gave me a New York Times email address, I'd probably pump that.
Not on
he doesn't do it.
Not
but,
on Julian's part, because Julian's solid gold.
We'll do a kind of a year in review on the Senators.
And he's going on vacation too. He's like, peace out.
He sort of took a brief one here, which is why we've had to postpone this. He's like, I'm going to take the first 10 days here, and then I'll come back to town, do the end of year kind of business. And then, you won't hear from that guy again until September.
You in September.
So we have some ciders here ready for Julian, not a craft beer.
I'm trying to stay positive on the Julian.
We like Julian. We'll allow him to have a cider if he wants. Our NHL in cider. That's it on this edition of the podcast. For Miller and Rob, my name is Matt. Have yourselves a great week, and we'll talk to you on the next one.